And we're back with statistically improbable productions. AKA the best place to make a deal with a fairy. How has everybody been? It has been a while.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Life is
good. Ready to fight monsters? Or fae? Question mark?
I've been well. It's good to be here.
Oh yes, we have a new person joining us. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Name's Kyle. I'll be playing Clifford, the 55-year-old gumshoe. That'd be my first time playing Monster of the Week. I think I know all the rules, and I hope to have a good time.
Trust me, we still don't know all the rules.
Yeah.
We make a lot of it up as we go.
That's the joy of it being a ttrpg. It's all in our head anyway.
But without further ado, I don't think I have any announcements off the top. This is actually our first stream with affiliate, for our first Monster of the Week stream with affiliate. So,
Woo!
woot! This is the one that got us this far. So, thank you to everyone for that. I don't think I have anything else to say, so who wants to take over the recap?
Did I lose?
I thought it was James that lost, but I'm not gonna throw that energy out there too much.
I didn't have it up, so I don't know.
I'm like, my excuse is I'm pretty sure that fairy magic has wiped my memory of the last 2 months, so.
All right, so last time we started off, I believe, when we started off, we had just went to the fairy and met up with her and learned about the din spots, the places that are close to the Fey realm, weak points in our reality. And then we got a call from my boy, the muscle, Henry O'Henry, and we found out that he had been knocked unconscious. He doesn't know how it happened, and Wynn was gone. We then rushed towards the hospital, at which point, scene change. And here we are. Wynn wakes up in a cottage. She's happy. She's making tea. She's comfortable. She doesn't have this familiar feeling of paranoia and just discomfort at all times of having to listen to the spirits. She doesn't feel like she needs to self-medicate. And all of her friends are there, and it's great. But is it great? Things are just a little off. And she, not at first, but slowly over just seeing all these things and her friends insisting she come with, and it just doesn't seem quite right. And she snaps to and realizes she's been abducted. There are others in there, but she hears people coming, so she has to run. She flees, and an epic chase scene ensues. And she makes it out, and then makes it back to her apartment where me and Max are waiting. And here we are.
I mean, 10 out of 10 recap. Like,
Yeah. Great job.
I was invigorated. Yeah, I don't really have any notes. Like, she had found herself outside a abandoned wooden castle playground. Where she had escaped from, and I think I named it Fairyland because
I think so. Very original.
Yeah. Yeah, Violet, your fairy friend, told you to look for things that seem out of place or don't make sense, and they can often lead to points where the veil between worlds is weak, where you might be able to cross over. And yeah, I think that was it. When I probably made note of, like, didn't recognize any of the people who were also there. I think I said about a half dozen people were there. Didn't recognize any of them, but think you made note of what they looked like before you booked it. You guys had also argued about, for some reason, Wynn's jacket not fitting anymore.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yep. It will remain forever a mystery that nobody will ever be able to solve. Right, Max?
Didn't I just give you the jacket in the end or something?
That I don't remember.
No, I think I took it for some reason.
I feel like you have it now because I was like, this isn't fitting me here. And I like...
Oh, no, I remember why. So when we were in the spider lair itself, I think I failed something, and then more of my glamour peeled back, so
Yeah,
I needed to cover my arms. Yeah.
And I gave you the jacket and then...
Well,
No, you were
give-
unconscious. I just took the jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, right. That was the time when I got pulled away.
Yeah.
AKA wasn't there.
No, you were just knocked unconscious, and it wasn't because of convenient plot reasons.
Right.
Plot, not armor.
Woo.
But I think that's pretty good recap of where we left off. Let's go to... So you guys had gathered, met back up. Did you split off after that, or are you kind of regrouping at Wynn's apartment right now?
I think it ended when we got back to Wynn's, so we're regrouping at this point.
So, with all that being said, what are people's head spaces at right now? Wynn, we'll start with you. You had a lot happen. What's Wynn's current headspace?
I feel like she's been running on just straight adrenaline. So right now she's probably going to crash pretty soon and is going to need some like food, maybe sleep. We are human after all. And
Well-
I'm pretty sure, well, she was unconscious though, so maybe she's not feeling as sleep deprived as needed, but I feel like she's been like on adrenaline. So right now she's like shook, exhausted, but like also like wants to figure out the next step because of like the people and stuff she left behind. So yeah, so she'd be like so we're back at the apartment, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me set the stage here. So Wynn's gonna like walk over to the kitchen area and she's gonna be like making a pot of tea for everyone. She's like kind of like half shaking from the adrenaline still, so like you can see the shakes from her as she's like making this tea. And she's gonna like direct like that they can sit on the couch that's there. It's like an old like rackety couch that's like a love seat, so you're gonna have to sit like side by side on it if you want. And then there's like a little rocking chair in the corner that someone can sit on if they want as well. As she makes the tea, and then she's like, so I need a snack before I can even think. We don't want me to be hungry and angry. I don't know if you've heard the term hangry, but I feel like my brain's there right now. As she starts pulling out some biscuits and is making the tea for everyone.
Has Max ever heard this term before?
I don't think he has.
On that note, what is Max's headspace?
Very confused on why it looks like when looks like she just went through like a fiery pit arena. And also very and when what does that word mean? Angry. I've heard of hungry and angry, but That's a new one to me.
You're gonna make me have to explain it.
When I got this. Max, come here, and I put my arm around his shoulder. Come here, bud. I got you.
Okay.
So Max, just judging by what I've seen over the past, couple days, I know we're kind of newer acquaintances. I don't think you're necessarily from, let's say, around here, right? But in these parts, it's really, really important to avoid making a woman angry while she's hungry. And hangry is what that is. We avoid this to avoid headaches, to avoid things being difficult, and just
Difficult? Are you saying I'm difficult?
no. I was talking about the fairies. And I whispered, "You see what I'm saying?"
Does anyone want like chocolate or shortcake cookies here? I'm gonna give you guys some. And
Yep.
she said it to me.
Yep. Anything you say.
And she like slams the things down, and then she grabs the biscuit and starts eating it, and like grabs her tea, and then she goes off into the corner to like recharge herself so she can explain what happened. And she's like almost like a gremlin.
Do you have anything in your world that sometimes when it's in a certain mood, you just kind of leave it alone and let it do its thing, Max?
Yeah.
That's That's hangry.
I'm going to like very, very, very quietly whisper. Yeah, she reminds me of like a hellish battle maiden. So I'm not getting involved in that.
Fair. Okay. So see, similarities. That's hangry.
Okay.
There we go.
When is
we're on
like
the same page.
a hellish battle maiden.
Yes.
Fantastic. See, I'm glad I could help.
So, what's going through Corny's mind right now as all this is occurring?
He's like kind of fatigued, but not in like a physical sense. Just like, God damn it! I knew this would happen as soon as I saw that fairy walk in. Every time they're involved, everything gets more difficult for no reason. And that's basically where he's at. Like these things he expected things to go sideways. He just didn't know which direction the sideways would come from. Because that's how it always is when there's fairies, and that's what happened last time he was involved with this fairy. Things just go sideways for no reason and randomly.
I just got a mouthful of coffee grinds. That was awful.
Oh, yum.
Oh, cringe.
Yeah. Well, that was a terrible experience. But yes. What were you saying, Wynn?
I was just gonna say Wynn's returning to normal, obviously, from like the one biscuit. She completely is so much better now. And she's like, so she comes back over and like sits down. She's like, okay, when you guys are ready, I can tell you what happened. And then she like sips on her tea. And she seems like completely normal, as if nothing had ever happened 5 seconds ago.
Leaning over to Max. I would guess maybe this is what the battle maidens are like after they get to participate in battle? Is that what satisfies them?
This is worse.
Oh, shit. All right, well, she's good now, so...
So how much does Wynn divulge? Does she give, like, the full dream sequence, cult, and everything? Or just the, like, weird one? Or just not even telling about the dream sequence at all and just explaining where she woke up?
More so just the where she woke up. So I don't know exactly what happened to me. One moment did I wake up in the hospital room for context? I don't remember.
You were unconscious during your entire stay at the hospital.
Okay. The last thing I know was being in the sewers, and now I was waking up in a room with a half a dozen people and feeling unsafe and having to escape, and I couldn't save anyone. But what I can tell you is they got into my head. I was somewhere that was not in my creation. I know the energies of the world. I know how to astral travel, and that was not that. Wherever they had me, it was not real, and it felt real. And I don't know, you mentioned fairies. Maybe it's the fae magic. I don't really know much about that, but what I do know is it does not feel right.
at that, I'm going to kind of look over at Max and just. That kind of sounds like a thin place in the veil.
Yes, it does.
A thin place in the veil. What's that?
Well, we met with that. You remember? No, wait, she wasn't there when I went to the coffee shop, was she? It was Max. Okay.
I don't think I was I?
No, I don't think so. Well, I went to meet Max at the coffee shop. What?
I think there was a moment where Wynn had met Violet at the
I do remember
shop.
meeting Violet, I was going to say. So then maybe I did hear about the veil, but maybe I don't know about the thinning or the spot.
You didn't go for the meeting. Yeah, you didn't go to the
Okay.
meeting, but Violet
Yeah,
did
so I
come
wouldn't know
to you.
about that. But I would know about Violet.
Yeah.
So, well, we went to meet with Violet as she requested, and she told us that there's a fey creature that has been using the thin spots in the veil to abduct people, and this person loves mischief and feeds off of that mischief and that confusion. And she told us to look for thin spots in the veil, and if you were in a place that was not of your creation or of your astral traveling, that could have been somebody transported you somewhere into the Feywilds.
Sounds about right.
She also told you that actually, no, never mind. My mistake. Never mind.
Do you remember how to get back to where?
I do remember
found
where.
you on the road.
Yeah, I remember where it was. If you can bring me back to where you found me on the road, I could get you back there.
Where was it? What was it? What was the place?
It was like this playground near a castle structure. I saw a sign. I'm pretty sure I saw a sign or saw something that indicated it was called Fairyland.
That's not ominous.
Like an amusement park?
Or like a school or.
It was like a wooden playground, like community playground sort of thing.
Yeah, so it was like a structure of It reminded me of things I'd seen when I was young, but it just didn't feel right. But I could tell you where it is. I remember. I made sure to make note because I couldn't stand the fact I was leaving without those people.
What do you think, Max?
I think it's something to check out. Maybe good
Well,
stuff.
We should get ourselves refreshed here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you guys can take some time to get your bearings, get yourself refreshed. It is very late in the evening, so if you want to keep going, you can, but penalties will probably start ensuing if you keep going past point of rest. But there's also probably...
Wynn just escaped the cult.
Yeah.
It's all battered.
There's also probably some things that you want to look into. Like, if you suspect fairies, you might want to do some research into that. Figure out weaknesses and stuff. You could look into this location. If you think you have resources to find out more of the missing people and find a connection between them.
I am going to ask Wynn about the people she saw and see if I recognize any of them from the people that I know are missing.
Okay. Can I just make up what they look like?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so what I saw was a girl, maybe I'd say young, late teens, 17, 18, young adult kind of thing. She had dark brown hair. It was curly. She was kind of held down so I couldn't see much more. I saw a man and a woman curled in the corner. Both looked to be middle-aged, one with short hair. I saw a young person, very young, a little boy maybe. And I then saw another middle-aged woman. And there was an old gentleman that was lying down in the back, but he was face down. I couldn't see much. They were all unconscious. They were all lying in different ways, but there was a variety. The little boy and the couple stood out to me the most.
And then,
does it sound like anyone you recognize?
So then I'd have to ask the keeper. But are any of those people missing from my neighborhood?
I'd say, yes. They're like, obviously you don't have too much description, but those would sound somewhat familiar. A couple who had gone missing does register with you. As a couple who had recently just they were sick with some sort of illness, and they were starting to be at risk for losing their job because they hadn't been able to make it to work for a while. And you've been trying to help them out a bit. Little boy had recently been taken in by sort of the community because he just lost his parents. Like, those are some people who you've been trying to keep an eye on recently, but had gone missing. So here, those might be the connections. Those might be those same people. Like I said, you don't have too much description to go off of, but you think that it could be.
It could fit. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to trust my gut and see if I think that we should rush to save these people, or if we should, try to do some research and figure out something else to do.
Okay. Let's do a trust your gut roll.
Yeah, experience.
Aw.
So optimistic.
That's how experience works, K-Fax. When you fail a roll, you get an experience point.
Well, that's completely opposite of what I'm used to.
Kind of fun and chaotic.
Yeah. It makes you both disappointed, but there's a bit of a silver lining to failing.
My instincts lead us into danger.
I'll make sure to fail upward.
We just.
Oh, fuck. This is what happened last time.
Yeah.
Well,
we don't have to listen to me, by the way.
Yeah.
Can I help out?
My instincts are
or
saying.
would there be no way for the roll to win?
It needs to get to a 7.
I would have to be on a 6, yeah. I'd have to be on a 6
okay.
for your help out to matter.
That's okay. I do so you're not going to get any gut trusting then, right?
Well, it's more so his instincts say that these are Corny's people. He is concerned about them. He feels like time is highly of the essence. Corny, you get a sense of urgency that you need to take care of this.
I really think we got to go get him right now, guys, before whoever has them hurts them or changes them like the spider person did.
Okay.
Now,
I'm here for it.
I agree, but we need to take a rest first.
Do we really have the time? You saw what happened to those other people that were taken.
Wynn knows she can rally, so because she can use her magic to suck the energy from elsewhere to recharge herself. So realistically, I know it sounds really evil, and don't worry, Max, it won't be you.
It won't be Max this time.
This time, we have fresh meat. But no, Wynn kind of just looks around the room and goes, look, I feel like when it comes to people's safety, time is of the essence. Let's take a half hour right now, take some time to relax, get some food into you. I think food and water is important to everyone. And then I say, let's just go and tackle this. I have some books over there on like fairy tales and stuff. I don't know if any of that will help. I've tried to collect books. If anyone wants to go and take a look, we can see if there's any info. She points to like a rickety bookshelf that has like a dozen books on it, and there's going to be one book that's like a fairy tale book, and one book that's going to be like on like local legends.
I'll read some books.
Okay.
I don't know what role that you would like for that. Is that investigate a mystery?
Yeah, that's one of the investigate a mystery.
And she's gonna hand Max like a big glass of water. Drink.
Forget, does my...
I
Do you
look
even drink
between.
water?
Huh? I look between her and the glass and just like. There's some trust issues just with everything going on lately, but I'll go out and take it and drink from it.
I was supposed to use my plus charm. Oh well.
Oh, what would that put you up to?
7. But it says I can use instead, and I did not, so it's fine. It doesn't say it must be, because my trust my gut is weird, but because of my guide, it can be charm instead. But
Yeah.
it can be. It's not. It has to be. So that's on me. I messed up. So we'll stick with the 5. But I will investigate the books. Cool. It
There
is.
it is.
Let's go.
There it is.
Beautiful. You're gonna find all the info you need from these silly books. Read between the lines.
Okay. So,
I get 2 questions, right?
yes. Let me just bring that up here.
Mine's going to be what sort of creature and what can hurt it.
So, as you're looking through these fairy tale books, these aren't your classic, like, mouse mascot versions of fairy tales. This is like, these books are old. Like Brothers Grimm old fairy tales. You find one that speaks of a creature that feeds on misfortune, on dreams of it feeds, sorry, let me rephrase that. It feeds on the dreams of humans. It feeds on their life energy over time. It talks about lulling people in, and then putting them to sleep, selecting those who have had negative experiences and giving them a blissful dream that they don't want to awaken from. But this says it only a creature, and like you're starting to make the ties, just so like this is kind of like what Wynn had explained a bit, being in a space that she didn't want to awaken from. So you start to make those connections. However, there's a few things that don't line up. Like, it says it can sustain itself, or that doesn't even need to sustain itself with the energy. It just wants it more of just like it gets addicted to the energy of humans, but it usually only is usually satisfied with just 1 or 2 people every several decades or so. Are usually good enough for it. Doesn't usually hunt like in huge numbers. You see at one point in the story, the heroes of the story throw iron chains on the creature, and they seem to are able to hold it down. What were the questions you asked exactly? What can hurt it?
Well, that was what sort of creature, and then what can hurt it. Yeah.
I have the creature here. So yeah, you see that it was bound by iron chains, and it shows the protagonist or hero of the story lighting it afire. So you think some sort of heat or some sort of burst of high energy could hurt it. And the illustration in this story is of like a very tall bipedal creature that has like long almost bark like skin plates that go around its body, lanky arms with elongated fingers, and it has a number of smaller creatures that sort of follow around it as well.
Okay. Does it have a name on it?
I should just keep this page open. This creature, right, that's not the right name for it. It doesn't give an actual name for it, but it is written as known as the Dream Eater.
Okay. So I'm going to relay this information to the other two in here, and I'm going to say, well, friends, maybe it's a good thing we didn't run off. This thing is apparently called the Dream Eater.
Fitting.
It looks like this. I show him the picture. Kind of creepy. I don't know what these little guys around it are. Those are probably, other things we're going to have to deal with. But this shows and says that iron chains are effective at holding it down. And it looks like it was killed with fire. So kill it with fire, and wrap it in chains. Anybody know where to buy some iron chains?
Not something that I typically go shopping for.
Oh, I think I remember seeing some at the hardware store, and I had to buy those materials to fix the lock on my door.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either. Yeah, but hey, no, good to know. Good information. Hardware store's probably closed. It is the Dream Eater. I maybe sleep in shifts.
I don't know if I feel like sleep right now, to be honest with you. Why don't we just go no, never mind. I'm going down an evil path right now.
Yes.
Go on, break
Succumb.
into the hardware store. Do it.
Steal the chains.
Succumb
To
to
the
the
dark
evil
side.
side. We have milk and cookies.
She has been tapping into her magic a lot and has not been taking her medication.
Yeah, I gotta look more into the dark side.
The paranoia. Yeah, so she don't want to sleep right now. I'll
I'm gonna
stay
read
up
that.
if you guys want to sleep.
Yeah, just before I go to sleep, though, I'm going to read a bad situation because, it is sleep and there's a Dream Eater about.
I mean,
I'm going to
that's
see
fair.
if
but
there's
do we
any
know its
dangers we
range or
haven't
anything?
noticed. It's a sharp, too. That's good for me. Makes success. So I get one question, which is fine. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed yet about going to sleep?
As for going to sleep, there doesn't seem to be. Wynn and the description she gave of the people that she had seen, she was maybe a little tired, but she hadn't actually been injured in any way when she was captured, and the other people didn't seem to be either. So they weren't hurt and they weren't going to sleep, and it looked like they had specifically pulled them from wherever they were. They didn't attack people actually in their they're essentially trying to relocate people for the Dream Eater, so you don't think that.
So it's safe to sleep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know how to explain this well.
That's fine.
Yeah, but yeah.
Corny's going to sleep. He's like a 42-year-old man. He's tired.
While they're sleeping, Wynn's gonna be prepping some ingredients and stuff, and just prepping her spells for because you mentioned fire, I'm pretty sure, for the weakness. So she's gonna be prepping some fire related magic to be able to utilize. She's gonna go through her grimoire and stuff.
Cool.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding.
So you all. I'm gonna try starting that sentence again. All of you get preparations set up for the night. So I assume you're all hunkering down at Wynn's apartment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any prep that Max wants to do before going to sleep?
I don't think so.
It's fine if you don't. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
So, you guys do whatever things you want. You head to sleep, crashing wherever is available in Wynn's single apartment. And eventually the day does come. Sun rises. And as far as you can tell, nobody has had any terrible nightmares or pleasant dreams that they'd never want to wake up from again.
Corny's waking up like early, like an old man does.
And I'm guessing like in incredible pain. It's just everything hurts because you didn't sleep in your exact proper bed.
Oh, 100%. And everything aches. But I'm also like, yeah, I make this sound when I get up, and I'm kind of grumbly as I go to the coffee maker, but I'm making coffee right away.
It's just like me when I get out of bed, just like everything cracks.
Yep.
Repeatedly.
You all hear it, and you really, everything's cracking, but it's so random and everything, it's like white noise. So you all just kind of just stay asleep for that first portion of the morning. Because I'm waking up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and just like walking, and then start brewing coffee. The familiar drip sound, almost like rain. And it's not until the smell starts to waft through the room that you guys really start to wake up.
Did Wynn get any sleep last night?
She probably like passed out unintentionally at around like 3 a.m. On the chair that she was doing. So Corny, I imagine, is seeing her in the living room, like 'cause it's like living room kitchen open thing, just like this, like on the chair with like a book in her hand, and she had glasses on and they're like falling off, kind of thing.
If there's a blanket near, I'm just gonna kind of like lightly drape it over her and continue to make the coffee.
The second you drape it, she feels it and goes, whoa, 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 whoa.
It's okay. It's okay. Go back to sleep.
And then she goes back to sleep.
But she woke up, which is a good sign. So, you guys wake up in the morning. What is your current plan? Are you going to... You're going to hardware store? You got some information on the creature itself. Were you wanting to look into this location at all, the Fairyland park, or were you just wanting to go straight there after the hardware store? What's your sort of game plan?
20 wants iron chains and then straight to the park, but if anybody else wants to do something else, I'm fine.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I am too.
Okay. So, you guys get yourselves ready, gather what materials you need from the apartment. You head to the hardware store. There's not too much interaction that would happen there aside from just buying probably a questionable amount of iron chains.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so it might take you actually a few minutes to find like actual iron, because a lot of the chains would be like galvanized steel and whatnot. So the store clerks would be like very like not quite understand why you need specifically iron and why steel won't work, but you will eventually get some heavy iron chains. Maybe not as much as you were hoping, but enough that you think you could make some bindings with them. And from there we head to the park, which was located in the west corner of the city. what's your game plan as you head towards the park?
Just kind of gonna head in that direction and keep my eyes open for other weird happenings, because she said there were multiple locations in the city that were thin to the veil. Otherwise, I guess prepare to throw chain and fire.
Fair. So,
is there a liquor store on the way?
I'm sure there would be.
I would like to pick up at least 3 bottles of Everclear and any kind of cloth I can get.
I mean, you also, spend time at a bar.
Yeah, but that's far away. I want one on the way. It's efficiency.
Yeah?
I was gonna say, when is so what she's doing right now is she's definitely doing mental preparation. She's looking around for any signs from spirits as they're heading towards, to see if anything is giving a sign. I guess I don't know if I could roll for that, but I guess let me see here.
You have something.
Read a bad situation with the spirits. Well, actually, wait. There is a spirit related move. One sec here.
Yeah, I think it's the sight.
There's the sight. It's when you investigate a mystery. So I could use the sight to, I guess, investigate the surroundings as we go to see if.
What I was thinking of.
Oh yeah.
But that's.
That would actually work in this situation. But
something
I
bad
don't.
is happening. I'd say not quite yet for hunches, at least, because that's when something is currently happening.
Right.
But it could come up very soon.
Well, then she's gonna continue. Well, she's just looking. Then she's looking around for that right now, kind of her thing. So.
I mean, right now you don't see too much spirit activity except for the one that's constantly hanging around Corny.
Oh yeah, we're becoming besties. we do this cute little eye thing now. Every morning we wake up, we do this little
Also, I gained the unwelcome attention of others of my guide's kind. Oh wait, no, I didn't use it. Never mind, we're good. I didn't use the plus charm, so we're fine. Sorry. Had I would have.
The universe was helping you with that. Wynn's gonna point out to Corny. The universe was helping you with that. That's why you didn't use it.
I don't know what you're talking about. He can't even fully see his guide yet.
You guys make your way towards the park. As you're kind of open yourself up to the energies, you don't notice any direct spirit influence, but you do notice that the air does start to get just a little bit colder as you get close to the park. And Corny, as you have Mikey drive, I keep forgetting who your people are.
I don't think it's Mikey, because I think it's Danny, because I think we had Mikey drive one time and he was not the driver.
Right.
Let me find him.
You have Danny drive up to us what you think would be a safe point around the fairyland, and you do notice as you're pulling up another actually give me a second. One moment, please. You do notice as you pull up close to the park, but not within view of it, there's somebody stepping out of a taxi cab that is just stepping out and speaks to the driver, says a few words to the driver, and then the cab drives off.
What does this person look like?
Well,
This person is
let's...
El-
Clifford, what does this person look like?
he's a elderly. I guess elderly is a good word. Gentleman. Definitely gray beard, gray hair. But he's wearing an old aviation jacket. And he really looks like a man dressed from the past, and not in a good way. None of his clothes quite match, but he does dress himself, I guess, well enough in clean clothes, but just not
Nothing fancy.
always matching. Yeah, nothing fancy. Like he doesn't care too much. He buttons up his jacket as he steps out on the sidewalk, looking up this weird park he just arrived at. He hasn't been to an amusement park in at least 40 years.
This is more of a playground, so to set the scene, it's...
Oh, it's like a playground?
Yeah, so this is a
Wooden playground.
wooden structure playground, kind of shaped to look like a small castle.
Didn't
The-
I send a picture of what my childhood playground looked like that looks a lot like this?
It was in the chat. It
Yeah.
was in like the chat thing. So if you go to the little chat box, it's there.
The voice chat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the tallest point of this castle structure is like probably 16 or so feet tall at the peak, and it's all wood and overgrown with plants and stuff. Doesn't look like anyone has actively used it in a number of years. The paths all around it have grown over. There's not really a road that leads to it, so the cab would have dropped you off like close enough that it's within sight, but not actually too close to it. And as the cab drives away, another red car pulls up close to you. As you're examining this area, Clifford.
A red car pulls up.
Yeah.
I turn myself towards the red car and kind of squint my eyes at it, trying to see if I'm trying to look at who's inside. That weird place to be driving up to. There's nothing else out here but this old park and myself.
And you're, just so you're aware, you're here because you've been researching missing people around the city, people that have gone, people who aren't as, who the police wouldn't really care as much about finding. I think
Well,
you had said that somebody else was being...
yeah, I'm on a.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on a case right now. Somebody's mother, Miss Janet's being blamed for her son's disappearance. So I believe her to be innocent. So I took up her case to find her son and clear her name.
And the clues you had followed had led you to this park. You've heard reports of people saying that there's been weird activity around this area. Some had mentioned just last night, a young female had run from this space. So you're kind of investigating this area to see if you can figure out any more about it and see if there's connections to the missing child. Corny, you do recognize this person who stands before you outside of the car as a detective who's come to you a couple of times for information on the shadier parts of the city.
Yeah. I'm gonna step out of the car and be like, "Oh, old man, what brings you here?"
My demeanor is just gonna change when I see Cornelia step out of the car, and my shoulders are just gonna slump and go, "Oh, it's gonna be a long night, isn't it?"
Yes, it is.
So what? So this can't be a coincidence, can it?
As he
Anymore,
says that, I
probably
get
not.
hard
That
with
we
all the
find
chains.
each other out here.
So you get out with the
Nowadays-
chains?
Yeah, as he says that, I step out with all the chains.
Yeah, those are probably to do with what you're here for. Yeah, no, anymore in this city, I don't think there are any coincidences. There's so much going on. We're here because she got abducted. Are you here looking for her? Because we found her.
I'm gonna like hear
Oh.
from around the corner waving. Hi, I'm the abductee.
Your name isn't Janet, is it? I mean, what is your name?
Maybe it's Janet. Thanks for telling me what the name of the person you're missing is looking for. No, my name's Wynn. Nice to meet you.
Do I have a specific name of who I'm looking for? I can make one up.
Yeah, that's up to you.
Okay, I could be looking for Janet. Then.
Nah, my name is Wynn. But nice to meet you. What's your name?
Name's Clifford.
Clifford.
Clifford Warnock.
Nice.
I'll reach out my hand to shake.
Wait, what?
Reaching out the hand to
I-
shake.
Oh,
Give a handshake.
she like shakes back very, very formally, almost like too formally, because she's never really done that before. Well, we're going to find Peeps, I think. And then she turns to them and go, "Should I have not said that?"
Oh, he's good. He's not with the police force. He helps people that are maybe getting a bad rub.
Max, maybe we found a new friend. I feel like we're starting to get a bad rep.
New friends are always good. Especially if
Oh.
new friends like to carry some chains.
I don't know if we're getting a bad rub so much as a certain person that we know that likes to force others to do things they don't want to.
Oh.
I just look over at you and I glint my eyes, and I have
And I'm
No
looking,
idea what
like,
you're talking
pointedly
about.
staring directly away from Max.
I pull out a little bag of popcorn that was in my pocket and start eating it.
yeah.
So,
I'm like, you don't like
Nearly
my
as-
charming personality, there, Corny?
Yes, Clifford, what's up?
who's your friend with the chains over there?
That's Max. You're familiar with what's going on in the city, yes? Lately, the changes.
I am aware. I haven't yet to see any of it myself.
Oh.
Just the rumors.
First
you
time
know?
for everything. Those are for something to do with that.
Wait, you actually like believe in all of that?
Hey, Max, can you do me a favor?
Hmm?
Can you show him?
I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna look around and are we the only ones here?
Aside from the driver of the car.
Like our car?
Yeah.
Okay, so Danny's there, but I can wave Danny off. Hey, Danny, I'll call you if we need you. Just head back to the spot.
And Danny will nod and kind of like U-turn the car and drive off down the cracked, broken road.
Now, don't be alarmed, Clifford.
Well, I've seen a lot through my days.
There it is.
Yep, I thought I had too.
There we go. Okay. All right. So if I'm sure that there's no one watching itself, I'm gonna quickly just close my eyes, concentrate, and you're gonna see like a shimmer sheen, kind of like glass shards, go from the bottom of my, like starting from my feet, moving its way up as I quickly turn into my true self.
You see Max there with horns, flaming hair, eyes glowing red, monarch-like butterfly wings on his back, a aviator jacket, and I believe like thick leather fingerless gloves, if I'm not mistaken, heavy boots, and razor sharp fangs.
And fingernails, and
Yeah. Razor sharp claws and fangs.
After like 5 to 10 seconds of that, I'm just gonna switch back just in case someone comes.
And that's not the craziest thing I've seen. Just
Jeez Louise, what's wrong with your friend there? That's about the most horrific thing I've seen since the surge.
yeah. Well, there's a lot more of that going around, and not all
Oh, I'm
of them
sorry,
are.
I
as,
didn't mean to say horrific. That's just probably a little insensitive. You seem a very nice gentleman. I reach out my hand in a little more timid manner this time.
Does Max take it?
Touch.
Yeah, Max takes it and he smiles and squeezes just a bit harder than he should, while smiling and saying, "Nice to meet you too."
Yeah, there's a bit of that going around, but not all of them are as agreeable as my friend here.
Does he always carry the chains around?
No. That's for what's inside there. And I point at the playground. We think.
Yeah, we researched and we figured it out. And she's gonna hold her back and be like, "We also got fire."
And I'm gonna say I read a whole book.
It may have been a children's nursery rhyme.
Look, he doesn't need to know that. I read
Well-
a book, okay? And it was the Brothers Grimm. That's just dark.
When you're raised in a cult, you're given cult fairy tale books.
Well, you have my interest. I guess I'm glad you came, because I would have been.
Yeah, Clifford, you're now realizing you may have been
Work.
way over your head. Just like, what was I about to walk into?
I just hope this thing isn't as quickly reproducing as the spiders we had to deal with before.
No, it probably is.
Look, I can hope, okay?
So, you guys are. Actually, I can bring Clifford onto the map as well.
Yay, maps.
But I'll let you guys know where you all are. You guys are up here. I haven't switched on.
Oh, it's up there?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, I thought it was the one down here. Okay.
Clifford, you look like someone straight out of the 70s, and I'm loving everything about it.
That's the intent. He's
Stand out in the best way.
Yeah. Those are some bright pants.
You didn't get the memo of us hiding in bushes. It's fine.
What if they're yellow bushes?
There are yellow bushes. Oh my god. That's next level. That's really smart. Wynn's gonna start taking notes. Wear yellow pants when going to places with yellow bushes.
The exact
Gordon's gonna
note.
shake his head and put his head in his hand like, oh lord.
Not saying Dreamworld didn't mess her up or anything.
So you guys stand. You're a little distance away from the actual playground itself. Do you guys do anything before approaching, or do you just kind of wander up to it?
I do. I have an idea. I do something.
Okay.
So with the abundant chains
Fireball.
that we have, so with the abundant amount of iron chains like that we have, I would like to attempt to break off a couple of links that are like 5 links in length, and then after that, I would like to use my magic.
Ooh.
To turn those 2 links of chains into knuckle dusters.
Yeah, that's what I thought was coming.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Also, while you're thinking of that, I would like to, since we are whole ass adults, look at the park and make sure there are no children playing there while we plan to walk in.
That is fair. From what you can tell, it does look completely abandoned. Like, there isn't even... This area doesn't have, like, really a neighborhood around it. It's... This section of the city has kind of been... Like, there's still... There's, like, some overgrown spots, but the closest actual place where someone is living is like a number of blocks away.
Okay, fair. We are close to the wall, so
Yeah.
That brown line, by the way, KFAX, is the wall enclosing the city, protecting us. I don't know if you knew that.
yes, I knew.
Okay,
I knew that at least.
making sure.
So I think I think those kind of count as the effect of enchanting a weapon. We'll kind of go with that.
Okay.
Little loose on, like, it's magic. It can be a little loosey goosey.
Yeah.
But this is, since this is Max's first time trying to do this sort of transmutation spell, I guess he did it with the jacket once, and you're trying to replicate that sort of thing. Let's get a use magic roll.
Okay. Mixed success. So it happens, but
So you get to pick choose the effect and a glitch.
well, the effect is to turn it into the knuckle dusters, and I guess the glitch would be
Can I do a... Is 9 a complete success? Or is
No.
that not true? Okay.
not for this, no.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm up for a little RNG, so I'm gonna roll a D5, and whatever it comes up will be the problematic side effect.
Hey,
That did not work. Okay. I got a 1.
So
the effect is weakened. So I don't know how that translates, because...
So I think this takes you. You have the materials for this, and it takes a few, like, about a minute to, like. What's this like? Is you kind of reforge these iron chains into something else?
So you see that I'm holding the chains, and then I'm just kind of going like, second, just so I can see where my body is. And you see the chain starts to float. They go like hot red and everything like that as they start to change their shape into what I want them to be.
Yeah, you kind of. Your hands glow red, and your eyes shine as you almost like crush down the chains and then reform them as in their liquid state into the shape you desire. And you do gain the iron knuckle dusters. Unfortunately, you weren't able to like infuse your magic into them, so they'll do damage to things that are weak to iron, but you unfortunately didn't get the full enchantment property to them.
So I don't get the +1 harm with the plus magic.
They'll still do more additional harm to things that are weak to iron, but they not to things that are just like if you were to punch corny, it wouldn't do any extra damage beyond the regular knuckle duster, which would still hurt.
yep.
All right. Sounds good.
I'm just gonna rub my eyes. Be like, what did I just watch?
Oh yeah, how's this is a lot for Clifford to take in all at once. How's he doing?
I mean, he's a bit of a movie junkie, so
Fascinated?
yeah, it's kind of fascinating. It's like a real life movie.
Oh, you
Like,
better get used to seeing this kind of stuff, bud.
So, you have your iron weapons ready.
Yeah.
Was there anything anyone else wanted to do before approaching the one structure?
No. Wynn's just trailing around. She has her book ready. So she's kind of like with the group, but she's a little behind because she's nervous. She knows that they know where to go at this point, but she's nervous about going back there.
There's sort of investigation I could do. That require me getting closer.
I'd say there could be either investigate mystery or investigation as you guys start to approach.
I do have a. You did give me one of the alternate weird moves.
Yes, I believe each one was sensitive, right?
Yeah.
I think that's person to person, unless I'm mistaken.
It's a. Open your brain to the psychic environment.
Let me just bring that up here. Open your brain to psychic environment. That's weird.
So I kind of read. I think I kind of read the space around us.
Yeah, so you.
There's empath, which is person to person.
Oh. Brain to the psychic environment. Gain a fine impression of vision, a tangible aura, overhead thoughts. So actually, yeah. So you can, yeah, if you want to roll that to kind of try and like focus your mind and get a read for. It is kind of like a psychic thing, but it would alert you to sort of psychic energies around you.
All right.
If you want to try.
Yeah, I don't think this is something even Clifford's kind of aware of that he has.
Yeah, it's almost like you're looking for signs of movement. You're trying to like look for signs of life, any sort of thing that would alert you to the presence of others, and your brain kind of just opens up more than you're expecting.
And I'm aware of. Yeah.
So if you want to go
Alright.
ahead and roll that, there's a little dice icon next to sensitive that you can click to roll it. About something. So, as you like focusing on the area around you, you realize you're focusing ahead and you something like tells you, like, as you're focusing ahead, that there's no signs of movement or anything ahead of you. You get the sense that there's no life currently in the structure. And as you try to narrow your impression, narrow your like focus, you kind of get, there's suddenly a lot of noise around you that you're not used to, just from the people, the individuals around you. There's a very odd aura, and it kind of gives you a shake so you can't focus in, but you get the sense that there's that the structure might actually be currently empty.
Okay. It doesn't seem like eerily just quiet here.
It is incredibly quiet in this area.
I don't think there's anybody in there at all, guys. Sure we're the right place?
Well, Win, where is it you came up?
Can Win use her hunch now?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use my hunch because I came off to like the one side. I'm pretty sure. Didn't I come out like through a window area or something like?
Yeah, there's like a tunnel sort of thing that's meant for kids to crawl through, and because you were like in the bottom part of it, and you kind of like ran out through one of the tunnels. Yeah.
So I'm gonna say that I'm gonna do a hunch to just see if like there's something there, if I knew where to go in time, kind of thing. It's a success.
Yay.
Okay. Somewhere that you are.
Nice.
So you kind of you kind of close your eyes and focus around you, and you're in tune with your attunement with the energies is grown, and you can kind of... You also gain the sense that there's an eerie silence to this area. Like an unnatural silence. There's no... you don't hear any creatures around, no fauna, and you slowly start to approach the structure, and as you get to a certain, like, proximity to it, you realize that the wind also goes silent, and it's like... It's not quite like sensory deprivation tank levels of quiet, but like, because you can still hear your friends behind you, but like, it's very discomforting. And you know that even if there's nobody here at this moment, you get the sense that there's something to look for.
This isn't right. This is feeling almost like it's too quiet, like it's a ruse to try to keep us away. I still think we need to look for something here. I feel like there's something. And I'm going to keep, like, looking around. I'm going to go to where I got out of the area and, like, look around the tunnel.
Okay. Does everyone else follow?
Is she down the tunnel or not?
No, I'm outside it.
I'm going to go down the tunnel and investigate.
Okay.
Gutsy.
Yeah. Trust in that gut.
We'll get you to roll an investigative mystery, but before you do, I just want to note what Max and Clifford are doing at this moment as you actually enter the structure.
So, since I use like a glamour just to maintain this form itself, would I be familiar like if the magic was also a glamour? Like, would I be able to pick up on that?
I'd say you could either do some sort of we could get you to do some sort of investigation to try and see what sort of magics are around. If you want to give me a second to think about what sort of role that would be,
Sure.
It is something that we could look into. Clifford, what are you going to be up to while Corny's entering the structure? Following behind him, just staying back a second to see what happens, or something else?
I'll probably be looking for, I guess, any footprints or any other recent activity around the area.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my my camera. I'm gonna give the little lever a crank to get the film ready.
Corny, we'll go with you first.
Let's go!
Nice.
Dang.
I'm loving these
For
rolls.
you, bud.
I'm going to shut up when I say that, bud.
Okay. Investigate a mystery. Full success. Bring up my thing.
What's being concealed here is one of my questions.
Okay. So for what's being concealed here, I'll answer that first. You enter the structure. And you notice, now that Wynn mentions it, you do notice the eerie silence. No creaking of the boards as you move through. It's like this place is like meant to be discomforting.
Mm-hmm.
You see the area that Wen described where she had woken. It does. The ground here is actually like worn down, more so than a lot of the rest of the area. So it looks like there has been activity here of some sort, and that there had some of the ground is laid as patted down, like things had been stored here for a little bit before moving to another spot. So you do recognize, like, this is where something was being kept, and judging from what Wynn had said, this is where the people were being kept before moving them somewhere. And you get the sense that this might be this exact castle might not be the, like, portal or the crossroads, but there's something very close to here. Maybe part of it, but
Okay. So my second question is, where did whatever was down here go from here?
you see tracks that kind of look like something was almost dragged, or multiple things had been dragged out of here, so through the other side of this structure, and heading towards the sort of wooded area behind, so like the trees behind the structure.
Okay.
Max, we'll go with your roll next, just so we can get all the rolls out and then figure out what everyone is doing with their information.
Can I make the argument that if this is a glamour, that, like, so while it's not like advantage per se like D&D is, but I could have like a +1 forward or something if it is. You know what I mean?
I think that your ability to, like, knowing about, like, that sort of magic is what's letting you look for this in the first place.
Okay. So could I use my weird then, or still the sharp?
I think this will be probably also an investigative mystery, but using your weird instead.
Okay.
Let's
Ooh.
go.
I'm loving that.
That's a 5 and a 6 plus 3.
Yep.
Okay. You see, you can, as a game master, you can prepare for, like, a couple, like, some major successes. It's hard to prepare for a bunch of major successes.
3 already.
That's 3.
We're just slaying. Give us the monster.
So,
Clifford, it's up to you to get a 6 and a 6.
Believe in you.
Max, you
Yes.
sort of... Violet had said that you should be able to feel... You should be able to recognize where the veil is thin. And that... You were unsure when she said that initially, because you're still getting used to these powers. You're still learning to develop them. But having one tell you that something feels off about this place, you open yourself up. And what's it like as Max kind of like opens himself up to the energy around him?
I guess you could start seeing goosebumps appearing on the skin. But aside, but do I see anything specifically? Like, does something like does like a magic trail like appear or something like that? Or
I'll get to that in a second. I just want to get see how you like what Max's presence is as he starts to open himself up to something that he'd almost been closed off to before.
Oh. Yeah, we're gonna go with you start seeing goosebumps appear on his skin. He sort of looks a bit uncomfortable because he's not used to this type of magical interaction.
You see Max close his eyes, breathes in, and then exhales, and as he exhales, it's almost like curls of smoke come out of his mouth as he exhales. And you open your eyes and you get a clear sense. It's almost like a switch turned on as you understand what Violet had been speaking. You struggle to put it to words exactly, but you don't see the veil because it's more of a metaphorical thing, but you get the sense that the world here is thinner, that planes are almost crossing over in this area, so the laws of physics don't quite work, and you know that this is where this area is where you can cross over.
Okay.
So it's not an illusion, you realize, but it's because the planes are connected here, and which makes the regular laws of physics just not work the way they should.
Okay, I'm gonna relay that information to everyone saying, so this is the right spot, guys, but just with how the magic interacts with this world,
and
it's all sort of fucked up.
So, and before we go to react on this, let's get Clifford's roll. What was Clifford looking for again? Seeing for trails, paths, and whatnot?
Cornelius and Wynn, they're out exploring like a tunnel, right?
Yeah, they're inside the structure looking around as you were looking outside and around the structure itself.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I'm walking around the perimeter looking for tracks in and out of the, or any, like, personal belongings or anything really that looks out of place.
Okay, so there's 2 optional rolls to make for when you're looking around a spot. investigate a mystery is a good go-to. I think read a bad situation can also sometimes be used if you're looking to get in or out of a spot. So
I think I will read a
yeah,
bad situation.
that seems to fit well for what you're kind of looking for. So
I'm a little on edge at the moment. Everybody seems really freaked out. There's all this magical
let me just quickly,
hoo-ha going on.
before you click anything, let me just, because I want to see if the gumshoe has anything that can relate. Okay.
I get occult confidential.
The ability to spend luck these forfeit the last until either the next mystery or until you make it. As long as you follow the code, people will sense your.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're basically a paladin.
Yeah, pretty much a paladin.
Divine Smite, go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's paladin minus smite.
Okay, I don't. Okay. Okay, yeah, nothing for this current moment, so let's just go with the read a bad situation. I just want to make sure there was nothing to add or do special with it, so let's go for read a bad situation. Mixed success.
Only an 8.
So you get to ask one question from the read a bad situation list. Best way in, best way out, dangers you haven't noticed, what is the biggest threat, what is most vulnerable to me, what is the best way to protect the victims.
Let's do what's the best way in.
Okay. You looking around the structure in this area, you hear Max saying, like, this is the area where the veil is thin, which is a weird statement for you to hear. You don't quite know what that means, but you feel like you're on the right track. At this point, you see where Corny comes out, where the tracks have, and is pointing out to tracks that he noticed from things being dragged.
I'm not coming out.
Oh. Well, so you do look around, you see the tracks. There are tracks from the structure that lead into the woods, the tree line, and you see one bright blue flower that's kind of just sticking out of a bush where the tracks lead.
Out and away of the playground a little bit.
Sorry, what was that?
It's like on the outskirts of the playground. in the woods.
Yeah, so there's the wooden structure, and then there's kind of like a tree line behind it that you guys haven't. So let's say the wooden structure's here. You guys had entered through this area, and then there's a tree line along the other side. So you can see that there's a path. There's a drag marks to the tree line, and where the drag marks lead, you can see a bright blue flower sticking out of a bush that seems like it doesn't quite belong.
All right. I will approach the flower with my camera. I'll get nice and close and snap a picture of this weird flower.
As you get close to it, and snap the photo, the flower suddenly goes up and then sucks down, and you hear just a little giggle from a kid, just like, ha ha.
Ew.
And then,
I will just
That's
fall
creepy.
backwards.
and then a little further down this barely noticeable path, you see another blue flower pop up.
All right, as that flower gets like sucked down, I'm probably just gonna like fall back, right on my butt, and just like use my feet to like push myself away. Like, guys, what the heck was that?
So what's everyone
What the heck
doing
was
now?
what?
I'm trying to open whatever room these people were dragged from.
Well, the drag went outside of the structure and in behind it.
But didn't it start in the structure?
So it looked like they had been just stored here until like they needed to be moved, and then
Oh, I thought I was still in the tunnel and I was trying to find the room that Wynn was being stored in.
no, you had found that. Sorry for that, but you had
Okay.
found that area and seen that they had been dragged out.
And there was
kinda
nothing else in this area, really?
You had gotten good. I'd say you do find a locket that you pick up, and if you open it, do you open it?
Yeah, fuck it.
You open it, and you do see an image of one of the missing people, with who you know to be their partner, who had passed away a number of years ago.
Okay. I'm going to close it, pocket, and head out once I hear Clifford screaming.
So does everyone gather to where Clifford was?
Yeah, Wynn's gonna follow, and she's gonna be like, you seem a little startled. What's up?
I'm glad I took my heart.
What?
Glad I took my heart meds today. That flower, you see it over there?
Oh. And she
I
sees
went
it.
off into the woods, and the flower that had sprung up. I'm guessing a few yards away.
That looks weird. That doesn't belong here.
But it was just in front of me a moment ago.
I mean, it doesn't belong there either.
And these drag marks head out into the woods this way.
Well, I think
They
we're
started
onto
down in that
something.
place that Wynn was held.
Do you think everybody got moved somewhere?
Possible. Especially if I escaped, maybe they didn't want me to find them after, right?
Or maybe they did. These drag marks aren't too hard to find.
Well, I'd say I'd give you this, Corny, like these, you would recognize that the drag marks were attempted to be covered, but you...
Oh,
you-
but I'm a badass. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. For some reason or another, you're able to find drag marks very easily.
Yeah.
You recognize the drag marks of dragging bodies.
Yeah, I don't know why I'd be so good at that.
But there was an attempt to hide them, but you were able to pick it out.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to say that. Well, they did try to hide these drag marks, but we managed to find them. I don't know. What do y'all think? And after everybody says what they think, I'm also going to do a trust my gut. So you guys go ahead. Because it's my favorite one to fail on.
What time of day is it? Were you here at night?
No.
You came here roughly fairly early in the morning, so.
Oh, okay.
Can I use the site to investigate this and have the spirits tell me why the flowers are what it's going to lead us to if we're on the right path?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to like kind of get myself ready. I'm going to open my book to like the connecting page and like do some deep breaths to kind of connect myself to the spirits and see who's around me that might be able to guide us.
Don't worry too much about this one, Clifford. It's not as flashy as the other ones.
Yeah, I'm just kind
Success.
of like watching intently. What's going on here?
What it
says basically is it says you may communicate with the spirits you see and they give you more opportunities to spot clues when you investigate a mystery. So then I guess I have to investigate a mystery on top of to be able to get the proper questions and then they give me extra. Or
no, this just means you pick from the investigative mystery questions. So it works similar to investigative mystery, but you're using a different means of doing it.
Right.
Because how investigative mystery works, like, you need, like what you guys have been doing, you need to give actual, like, reason for what you're investigating. I can't give you information that your method of investigation wouldn't give you.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're, like, investigating, like, the creature's blood, then you won't be able to get certain answers as to, like, where did it go?
Right.
Because it doesn't make logical sense, but this gives you another way to gain information beyond just mundane means.
Right. Well, I want to ask, where do the flowers lead to?
Okay. Before I
Where
answer,
did it go?
Corny, are you going to go with the trust your gut?
I'm definitely going to be doing it, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just going to wait until everybody was done. But I can do it now if you want me to.
Yeah.
Okay. It's with charm instead of weird. I'm trusting my gut, but my spirit is actually my gut. That I don't know is there.
You got
whatever.
this.
We did it. Would have been a 6. Glad I went with charm.
Okay.
That means I get general direction to go and +1 forward if I explore it. Which I think is on everything, isn't it? Everything having to do with exploring that direction?
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay. I'm just reading the supernatural
You're good.
guide thing. When you would roll plus weird, you can roll plus charm instead by channeling power of your bond.
It only is negative if I miss.
Okay, that's what I was seeing. If there was a Okay, yeah. So there's additional roll if you do miss on it. Okay.
Yep. Then you pick 2 of the consequences for bond abuse if I miss a roll using that.
Yeah. Cool. That's just what I want to clarify.
Of course, there was an easy place to mark forward, but I don't see one. Just have to remember that.
Yeah, I don't think there is an easy way to do that.
That's fine. I'll remember it.
I have so many tabs open. But trust your gut gives you a general direction to go, +1 forward as you explore that. Okay. As Wynn opens his mind to the spirits, and you get a sinking feeling in your gut when you see the spectral form of the woman that you see always lingering around Corny is usually she's fairly barely visible to you, even most of the time. More of a a heat wave sort of silhouette that you see usually, but as you open yourself up to the sight, to the spirits around you, she comes into stronger view, and you can see her put her hand on Corny's shoulder and point him in the direction of the flower, and tell Corny quickly.
At which point I'm going to be, guys, I
saw
feel
that.
like we need to really hurry. Well, I didn't. I feel like we need to really hurry. We need to go towards that flower, and I'm just going to start going.
Yeah, I agree. And I just say, yes, I agree, and start running too.
Max and Clifford, what do you guys? Do you follow?
I just look at Clifford, give a shrug, and then just start jogging off towards with the rest of them because I have no idea what's going on.
I was just sitting on the ground, and one of them just closes her eyes and starts feeling the space around her, and another around Clifford, this ghost pops up.
You don't see it.
Yeah, nobody
see it.
except Wynn sees that.
Wynn can see it. I don't even see it. But
okay. And they both just what
happens with Wynn as she does this though? Does her hair flutter a bit, eyes go white, or?
She just kind of is standing there, mumbling underneath her breath a little bit, and then she's looking right at Corny, and kind of interpreting, and then she's looking ahead and goes and then goes, I agree, and runs. So it looks very off-putting if you're not sure the context of it. Very much the whole she's interacting with someone. Do you see magic around? Do you see the mumbling? You might see a little whip of her hair, but it's more so you can tell she's interacting with something that you can't see.
You guys...
I'm gonna stand myself up. I'm gonna brush myself off. I guess I'm gonna pull out my gun and follow him.
That's fair. You guys run towards this other blue flower that popped up, and as you guys get close to it, it again sinks down, and you hear the same hee hee.
Oh fuck!
And then
I have kids.
Mist starts to as you go further into the woods, there starts to be a subtle mist that's coming from the ground, and you see another flower pop up a little further into the trees.
I will have stopped for a second when that first flower did that, and startled and all of that, and then just. And at this point, I'm gonna pull my pistol too, because when creepy kid laughs are involved, there's something fucked up. So pulling my pistol, and at this point, just gonna go until we're where we need to be.
Yeah, I'm just following them too. I'm at this point, I'm just following Corny.
You keep going into the trees, and you approach off in the distance to where you seen another flower pop up. You head towards it. The mist gets thicker, and as you're running towards it, you're it almost comes into the back of your mind that you guys were close to the wall whenever you at this playground and the amount that you've been running, like, you should have been well past the wall at this point, but you can still see trees as far as like your vision allows without sight of the wall. And as you keep running, the sun's becoming more the area is becoming more shaded as the tree cover is thicker. The fog itself thickens, and you get to the this third flower, and as you get to it, it also sucks down, and you see here the same. And as you look around, realize that the trees are different than the ones you entered into. The color, there's a lot more foliage around. It's a thick, wooded area that's not what you had entered into. The colors, you realize, are more vibrant. The trees bend in weird shapes and directions, have multiple colors to them. The sun itself is no longer high in the sky, or like at the early morning's point to which it was, but rather in the opposite. The light, what little light from the sun is shining through, is coming from the opposite direction at a near close to twilight height. And you realize that you might have stumbled through the veil.
We're not in Kansas
I
anymore.
was just gonna say that. I was just
Beat you to it.
So all the trees look a bit different.
All the trees look have. It was gradual as you walked through, but now you realize that they have multiple colors to them. Everything's much more vibrant. This saturation was cranked up. They're twisting in multiple directions. The coverage from the treetops, the canopy, that's the word, is much thicker than anything even close to this city.
Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
Feel like it was some cartoon or something.
And
So bright.
I think this would be a good time to take a break as we're past the 2 hour mark. And we'll
oh wow, time flies.
pick up.
Yeah, I'm gonna run quick. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll take about a 15-minute break, and then we'll come back to this and see what you guys do now that you've entered the realm of fairy.
Well.
Clifford's on like a week from retirement too.
This is supposed to be one last job.
Yeah, you're so close to your
Let's
role.
job
This shit.
Okay, we'll be right back. See you soon. And we're back. So, We just entered the realm of fairy.
Yay.
The sun seems to be not quite at twilight hour, but close to it. The surrounding foliage is thick. The mist has mostly dissipated, but still lingers just at your feet. There's a sweet smell in the air that you can almost taste. And the sound of fauna has returned, and you can hear odd birds and chittering of things in the moving through the brush. What do you guys do? How do you guys react to this new environment?
Where are we? I'm hoping someone else here knows where we're at.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but I would guess we're in the Fey realm.
The where?
Yep. That's also accurate.
I'm gonna put my gun away and I'm gonna pull up my flip bow. And I'll check my reception.
Sorry.
Absolutely no reception.
I'm supposed to have coverage within the city walls. And
Yep.
either my provider is slacking or we're no longer in the city.
All right, thank you.
We got about Bell.
Just gotta change that there.
Would Wynn recognize this place similar to the dream world she was in? Does it feel the same?
It doesn't feel the same, no.
No? Okay.
Does this look and feel the same though of the same type of place that me and Corny were in over here?
As you were moving through the woods, it did give a reminiscence to that. But now things are beyond that, even that.
Okay. I'm gonna give everybody a heads up and say that if I try and use my magic here, some bad things might happen.
I'm just getting people's messages now. I'm so sorry. Whoops.
So you mentioned magic isn't going to work.
Oh, it'll work, but it won't work the way it's intended.
Interesting.
Things. So as you enter this area, like, things feel weird.
I don't like this.
You feel, part of you kind of feels lighter than you normally do. Like I said, the air smells sweet, and just everything seems very oversaturated. Let me just check one thing. Oh wait, I have it here. Let's. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to roll a dice here. Four.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Can I get Corny? Can you make a what's the roll for this? It is a sorry, just 1 second.
Fine. You're fine. Take your time.
Can you make an act under pressure roll?
Yep. I believe my cool is pretty good. And I did look it up. Forward is only for the next roll, so I only get one forward now. Ongoing is for all rolls.
Right, yes.
Oh, dude.
I level up?
Oh, there you go.
Unless somebody want to give the help out action.
We don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm fine to
So-
level up.
Yep.
I already know what I'm picking too. I get a bag of holding.
Actually,
Yes.
Oh, snap.
nice.
It's not an actual bag, but no, I do have the effective bag of holding. I can store any small object I own, putting it into a magical space. And I can retrieve anything stored, meaning like I can store multiple things.
So you're taking a move from the divine.
No. Well, yes.
That's fun.
But for flavor, it's going to be I basically pass an object. Like I think I'm just putting an object into this pocket, but it's actually I'm just passing it to my my guide, and
Love
she's
it.
just holding them for me.
So, Corny, what's a small loose item that's on your person?
Like handheld small.
Yeah.
Well, I have that locket. I have my phone. I have a flashlight. I have my revolver's in my hand, so I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, it's something that you're carrying but not actively holding.
I have a lighter.
Okay.
That's about it.
So, as you're looking around the area, you instinctively reach for the locket that you had picked up and realize that it's gone. And you look up and there's a brush through. There's like a shimmer, not a shimmer, a shift or shake in the brush. To the side of you.
Can I shoot it?
You can go ahead and try. Make
What do I roll for that again? Act under pressure.
yeah, I'd say since it isn't actually this isn't a immediate combat. It would be an act under pressure to aim and fire and try and hit the right.
Hey.
There you go.
So, you realize that the locket is gone, and you look up and see the shift in the bush. Take out your.
Oh yeah.
What's
It's already in my hand.
Oh yeah.
Revolver.
Yeah, you aim the revolver and fire.
Two arm.
And you hear as the loud bang goes off. Excuse me. You hear a yell. Ah! And
I gotta.
I'm
I'm gonna reach down and grab
sorry.
Cornelius' arm and have him like lower the weapon. Like, do you know what you're shooting at over there?
Something that stole from me.
Yeah, but did you see it?
Saw it moving in the grass, and I clearly hit it.
How do you know it's not one of the somebody we're looking for?
You sure they
You'd be
wouldn't
more
steal from us?
responsible with that firearm, young man.
Just give it time. Then I'm gonna like shake him off and just start to like reload that one shell while we're standing here, because I don't know if it went down or not.
You hear from the bush. Please, don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
All right, come out and show yourself.
And this little about probably like 2 foot tall creature comes out, has pointy ears, like really long pointy ears, a very thin torso, sort of an elongated, like somewhat, it looks humanoid, but it has like a slightly elongated face and long fingers. It's just like, I'm sorry.
And I'm gonna hold out my hand and say, "Give it back."
And it's like, but shiny.
Yeah, my shiny. You saw what happens when you take my shiny.
It looks like doesn't want to, but just also doesn't want to be shot at again. So it's like, here.
That's what I thought. And I look over to Clifford. And I'm like, "You see? Does that look like one that we're trying to rescue?"
Well, I just want to make sure you're not going to do something you regret later.
I've got plenty of regrets.
Who are you?
Wait, is that?
It asking just the lot of you.
We're here.
You first.
We're here looking for some people. You wouldn't happen to know where they're at, right?
Well, there's a lot of people around here. Who precisely?
I don't look around. Anyone else that looks like us?
Maybe not that guy over there. And Wynn points to Max.
I mean, he put his glamour back up, so.
Yeah.
Still. It's really tall.
Yeah,
But good point.
like Clifford said, people that look like us.
Well.
Maybe people who aren't from here?
The creature, like, looks like it's looking you guys up and down. It's like, Who are you? Who are you here with? Who are you here for? Why are
We're
you
here
here?
for the people that were dragged in recently.
I'm gonna reach into my jacket and pull out a picture of the missing person I'm looking for. I'm looking for her.
There's been people taken, but I don't associate. I have nothing to do with it.
I'm going to dangle the locket in front of his face while he's saying all this.
It's just looking back and forth. She's like,
And I'm going to say, you help us find them, you can have the shiny. When we escape with the people, I will give you the shiny. And another shiny.
I like another shiny.
And I pull out my lighter, and it's a Zippo lighter, like metal shiny.
Ooh.
And then I flip it open and flick the lighter on and say, and fire.
You see his like a giant curl smile. It's like, ooh.
And then I close it up and wrap the locket around it and put him into my secret space.
Okay, so I have nothing to do with him. And I didn't help you. I'm not getting on their bad side either.
Yeah, I don't know who you are. We've never met before.
And I don't know who you are, so this works out great. I don't want to get involved. All this high court business is too much for me.
What do you say?
What?
High court. Okay.
I don't like. They're interesting and it's fun to watch, especially watching people like you get involved because that's really entertaining. But I don't associate with the unsealing, so I'm not involved.
Did you say the
Absolutely.
unsealing?
Unsealy, yeah.
Unsealing.
Absolutely. And you're not involved. You're not involved at all. You're just a guide that we've hired to show us the realm. And what we do after that is on us, not you. And this is the... And I like look into my memories of like what I had to learn to even speak with fucking Violet. This is the contract that we have undertaken. And no one in the Unseelie can come down on you for fulfilling a contract.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. That'll work.
I mean, you have Oberon's protection for that.
His eyes like go wide. Okay.
No one would dare openly question Oberon, right?
Okay. So, yeah, there's been tracking going on. They've been, well, welcome to the Fey Realm. You new here, first timers? You ever been here before? Get lost for a few decades?
Can't say I have. I don't think any of us are quite old enough, except maybe Clifford. You've ever been lost in the Fey Realm for a few decades?
No. I just look around. I'm just
Even if you have, you might not remember.
flabbergasted.
But there's
I mean, are you a fairy?
yes. Why? We're all fairies. Well, except you. Everyone here is fairy. We're the Fae. But
Oh, I was just expecting something else.
what do you mean?
A little more little wings flying around,
No, you see, those
putting
are
dust around.
pixies and they're pests. We don't associate with them because they're super annoying. Unlike me.
What makes them annoying? I'm confused.
she just
Is it that they steal your possessions?
Yeah, they like to like move things around on you, and like they like really they like to swarm and stuff, and they can do a lot of the bigger spells, but like they're
I've
just
never met any other fairies that like to steal from mortals. Definitely never met any.
Yeah, no, I just take what I like and then it's mine because I want it. But
You best not be touching my stuff.
You know what? That being said, anybody got anything small and valuable that they don't want to get stolen? Because I can put it into this little thing that I just figured out I have.
Wynn's gonna walk over to Corny and hand over a couple of vials that like have like some like powder in it.
ooh, what's that?
I'm thinking it's gonna be one powder is gonna be like silver, and the other one is going to be just a powder of like some herb that she was gonna use to help enhance a spell.
And I'm going to say, if you need these, let me know. Otherwise, they're going to be here. And I just put my hand out and let go, and they disappear.
Thank you. No offense, Mr. or the fairy person thing. Faye. No offense. Just, you know.
That's a good question. What do we call you?
You can call me Uble.
Is there a way to
Yep.
tell if somebody's lying?
I thought they can't lie. Isn't that the rule about fairies?
Well, he didn't say that it was his name. He said we can call him that.
Oh.
There's a
and
way to
that's
know
the
that that's his
thing.
name. Or if he's deceiving me.
I
I guess he's not, so no, there's probably not. Damn.
there's a move you can take for that.
Yeah, but I don't have it. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't think there's any like manipulate a person, although that only works on people since he's not a person.
Yeah, and if I would have to take another move from my supernatural thing to be able to manipulate monsters, but I don't have it yet.
Yeah.
I think I can. Let's see. And nope, that is just on humans as well.
All right.
So yeah, you can call me Uble. Let me show you around. So if you're wanting to see the to explore more of the Fey realm, we can go in the sunset direction, or if you're wanting to go more or sunrise direction, if you want to see if you're wanting to see what's been the Unseelie were kind of doing, that's in the sunset direction. Which would you rather go?
Is the Unseelie the nightmare dudes?
I would assume
Eater?
because he said he doesn't have anything to do with what they were doing when we asked about the abductions.
Yeah.
So the Dream Eater is probably part of the Unseelie Court.
Okay.
That or the Night Court, but either way, we're going the right direction.
To the sunset we go.
Remember, you don't get shiny unless we get our people and get out.
Okay, so I can show you the direction. However, like I said, not involved. Don't want to get near. But it is this way. And he starts to lead you to where the sun is setting. And as you go, you can hear there's like almost a faint rhythm to the air. As there's like like it is the sound of the natural environment around you, but it makes a sort of a rhythmic pattern to it that is at first like it's somewhat pleasant, but as you go further towards the sunset, it gets more eerie and discomforting, but still following a rhythmic pattern. And you notice that as you move, the sun gets like increasingly lower, faster than like the sun moves as you move, and if you ever stop at any point, you realize that it's not moving.
Weird.
So, and as you go, it's just like, so did you have any questions about this place? Also watch out for that. And he points to a very colorful, pretty flower that's about like a foot in diameter. That's kind of just very bright and vibrant, and just overlooking the path that you guys are on. He's like, just best to stick to the side and don't go near. As he kind of just waves all of you by. Rule of thumb.
Follow the advice.
Why?
Rule of thumb.
Why
if
don't
it
we-
looks pretty, don't touch it.
What's gonna do it? It looks pretty. It doesn't look that harmful.
And he just holds up a finger and just says, okay, wait for it. And then you notice as a little bird kind of just flutters down and lands in front of the flower, and then the flower just leans over and crunches down on the bird and picks back up. Bird gone.
I
Yeah,
can
that.
see what you mean now.
If it looks pretty, don't touch it.
Okay. Wynn's just gonna keep walking forward, a little freaked out by the bird getting killed so easily.
And you guys make your way in the direction that Uble is showing you. Is there anything you guys do as you move through the woods? Any questions you ask, or anything you want to observe or check out? There's all kinds of different foliage. Every once in a while you'll see like a critter that running through the trees that you think, it's a squirrel, and then it shifts its head, has multiple eyes and like 6 legs as it's crawling along, and then
Definitely going to read a bad situation. I feel like this fits that more than anything we've seen.
yeah, Go ahead.
And I'm going to look around and just make sure we're not like missing anything. Make sure like, it's what's the best way to protect ourselves, things like that.
Yeah, that is very fair. This place is weird.
Mixed success. I'll take it. I get 1. Just any dangers, like any big dangers other than the ones he's pointed out that we've missed. Like, are we being stalked? Something like that.
Okay. Any dangers haven't noticed? So, how? Any dangers you haven't noticed? You get, like, as you're walking through, you get the sense that, this place doesn't abide by, as you knew, like, this place doesn't abide by regular physics. Things that are normally prey seem to be predator. You realize that it's not exactly a shift of everything is opposite, but like that can be a good base point for reference. Just like what you would normally associate with being innocent and safe is likely not. Things that seem like they'd be dangerous or hazardous might be the better option. As he kind of as the creature sort of leads you through, it, like, you come across what would like a boil, like a what looks like a mud pit that just has like bubbles coming up through it. And he turns to you and says just like, okay, now make sure to just keep your mind focused straight ahead and walk with confidence and everything will be fine. Just don't think about actually falling in and drowning.
Well, then why'd you say it?
Just don't think about it and it'll be fine.
You said not to think about it.
Just let your mind go blank. It's fine. And you see he just walks like most of the time he's like very jittery and like spazzing, but this, as he goes across this like bubbling pit, he just walks in a straight line right across and gets to the other side and it's like, see, it's fine. No harm. Just don't think about falling in and drowning.
Stop saying it.
Wynn's gonna like just like stand at the edge and then she's gonna take a deep breath, hold her book to her chest, and then go, okay, let's do this. Wish me luck, everyone. And then she like just like starts going ahead, keeping her mind clear, and she just keeps chanting like her mantra in her head of don't fall, it's all good, everything's good. We are here, it's just a normal walk. Just keep going.
Okay, as you cross,
yeah. What would you like me to roll?
This will be an act under pressure to cross this.
Okay.
So bad it goes.
We believe in you.
Which is
Thank
wild.
you.
Because my cool is so good.
Oh.
You gonna take experience or luck?
I know, right? That's what I'm gonna level up if I take experience, which is nice. But then it's like I've only done 2 luck points, and is this the one that we like hit luck on? Because do I want to drown and die? No, I'm taking experience.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I'll level up.
Yeah. So as you start to cross, What is it that breaks Twin's focus?
Probably like the rustling of like a noise of an animal or something. The most simple thing's gonna break her focus. Or a spirit going by. But also you gotta understand one of her paranoias is self-destruction. So she also could like just be self-destructing herself from
I
this
think
one.
that's a very
So.
good point. You
And
focus, you're trying to maintain focus and keep going, but
yeah.
you keep having the itch at the back of your head, and you just like you shouldn't think about like you almost curiosity, just what happens, like the morbid intrusive thoughts. It's like, but what if I do think about it? And the moment that thought crosses your head, you feel your feet suddenly get heavier and start to get stuck into the mud pit. And the Uble is across like, no, I told you not to think about it, not to think about it. So you guys all see Wynn start to sink. She's like about at knee level and unable to move her legs out.
Max, toss her the rope, or the chain, I mean.
Oh, I was just gonna transform and fly out and pull her out.
Then you do you. That was just my first thought.
So, Max, you go to try to pull her out, fly
So
over.
I'm gonna unglamour myself, and then I'm gonna fly over fast, wrap my arms underneath her, and try and fly and pull her out.
Okay. I'm going to get you to roll. This would be defined as a protect someone, I think, which I don't know if we've ever rolled yet.
We're not really
I found
protective
that.
of each other.
Protect. There it is.
It's not exactly like there's a. I think it best fits this situation.
Not acting under pressure.
Like, act under pressure is sort of a catch-all, but this does. You are trying to protect someone in this very situation, so.
And I feel
Okay.
like the tough stat is the right stat, too.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can replace tough with weird.
Oh, you're letting me do that?
It's one of your abilities. It's
It
meant
is?
for kick-ass, but I'd say for any tough,
Okay.
it makes sense. Unholy strength.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Nice. You love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, you are. So what is this like as you pull Wynn out? Because you're still getting used to flying. You're getting better at it. You're like keeping level now.
I'm holding on for dear life. Clinging right on.
What is it like as you rescue Wynn?
So since I'm still getting used to it, I guess you're seeing my wings fluttering like harder than they should, and I'm just kind of holding on for dear life, just trying to go up.
So yeah, you see the wings going like very flappy
Yeah.
as he's still trying to get used to them, and when you do feel your legs getting lifted, eventually pulled out of the mud and taken across to the other side, and dropped safely down.
Thank you. I should have just waited for you from the get-go.
Oh, good.
I appreciate you saving me.
With that, I'm going to turn to Clifford and be like, well, no time like the present. And like walking backwards at the beginning, I'm going to walk towards that and then like turn around after I say what I'm saying and do my walk across the mud.
I mean, I could just fly everybody over too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Too late. Hey.
So I am going to fully just like fly Win over to the other side.
Mixed success. So you do like you're getting across the mud and you're keeping focus for the most part. Your mind starts to drift, but you're able to just focus up and keep going. Now, you do feel your feet start to sink. However, you don't get fully stuck, but your boot kind of does get stuck a bit, and you have a moment where you realize just like you either lose the boot or you're gonna fall face first into the mud.
I'm losing both boots because I am about to walk around like 1 foot higher than the other. So I'll make it across one booted and then pull my other boot off and just toss it into the mud.
Going barefoot.
Oh. And I'm going to turn to everybody and I guess I got to keep a spare set of boots in my secret pocket too.
If you have the space.
Clifford, do you make your way across or do you wait for Max?
When I see when I see Corny get across, I'm gonna make my way across.
And I'm going to shout across, come on in, water's fine.
Okay. As you
help in case he
I'm
needs
just
it.
gonna like take a deep breath and I'm just gonna like keep my chin up and watch the canopy above me as I walk across and just
Okay.
do as the little thing said. I'm just gonna not think about very much for a moment.
As you try to let your mind clear, make an act under pressure roll.
Act under pressure.
Under pressure.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Do you take experience?
Yep.
That's rough.
That is an experience point for you.
hooray!
I mean, he has the option to luck.
I mean, true, but this isn't a, like, super high stakes part, but you do, as you walking across, this place is so overwhelming, and what do you think is it that breaks your focus?
I start thinking about my my brother who passed away some time ago, and
Yeah?
what he would have been doing in this situation I'm in.
Yeah, you think
I just kind
about...
of like start thinking about him and like, man, I wonder what he would have thought about all this. Would he be able to make it through this puddle? I bet he could have. And then I start thinking about all the mud I'm standing in.
Yeah, as your mind thinks about that and what your brother would have done, you start to realize that the thought of sinking in crosses your mind, and you realize your feet are getting heavier, and then after a couple of steps you're like shin deep in the mud and sinking quickly. What do the rest of you do? Do you try again, Max?
By the 9 hells, I rush back over and try and grab him.
Okay. make another protect someone roll, and you can use weird again.
Oh shit! I failed too.
That's
Oh,
make,
no.
that's a failure.
That's 2 1s.
That's a
Max, throw me the other end of the chain.
so. This is bad. Not like
This is bad.
So.
Can I use some magic to help or something?
We can see what people do in a second, but what happens is you try again, Max, and you go to pull up, and he's stuck a lot deeper than you were expecting, plus he's a much heavier set person than Win. So you go to pull up and you realize that you just shove yourself down into the mud and get stuck yourself, and it gets over your wings, and you aren't able to yank yourself out just through brute force alone, as you both are now quickly sinking into the mud.
Shouting 2 things. Number 1, Max, toss the other end of the chain. We'll try to pull you out. And Clifford, try to find my boots while we're dragging you.
I mean, if I can do that, yeah, I'm gonna try throw. I guess what I'm gonna try and do is try and wrap the chain around myself the best I can, and then throw the other end, and then grab onto Clifford for dear life.
Okay. So you toss the chain across after trying to link it to yourself. It's easy enough for you to throw the chain. You're really strong. As it lands near Ublay, he gives a little bit of a yelp as he sees it and backs away from it quickly. But Corny, are you going to try to grab it and?
I'm going to try to grab it and pull him, and I'm going to ask Win for any help she can give, whether it be physical or magical. I grab onto it, and I stand up, and I plant my feet, and then I lean back, tug a rope style, and I'm like, Win, whatever you can do to help.
So I do have magic where the only thing I can think is to do one thing that is beyond human limitations. Could I give him additional strength?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like it.
With use magic?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do that then. So I'm going to get myself ready. I open up my book. I look for a strength enhancing spell from my ancestors. And I go, okay, that one. And I stand and I go, okay, this might hurt. And I start to use magic, and I'm going to roll for it.
Okay. Roll for use magic.
You can't do any worse than I did.
Mixed success.
Okay. So you choose the effect and the glitch.
Yeah, so my effect is that it do one thing that is beyond human limitations, directed at Corny. And then the effect is that it has a short duration.
Okay.
Not a bad glitch for what we're doing.
That's what I thought. Don't need it for long.
So
So
for good time, not a long time.
So Corny, that'll give you a +1 forward for this attempt to help someone.
Okay, and what am I rolling?
This again
Protect?
would be help someone.
Protect someone or?
Yeah,
help
protect someone.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
So that's tough, and a +1. Let's
Hey!
go. We did it.
Hooray!
So as you cast your spell, it's just, this is the first spell you've cast in this area, and it feels weird. It's harder to pull. the energy that you normally use for channeling your spells, you channel from spirits beyond, but this place is just full of life and vibrance. This place is the polar opposite of where your power comes from.
They don't like it.
So you do feel a shift in the wind, a cold chill, as it doesn't, like the area around you doesn't like what you're doing. But your spell still goes through, and
Yeah.
does Corny feel as he gets this burst of power?
What am I describing that or when?
Both of you, like, and Wynn gives, what's the initial feeling that he'd feel from your dark powers?
Well, he'd feel, like I said, it was going to hurt. He's going to feel probably a burning pain through him. And then it's going to be like an adrenaline rush where suddenly he just has so much more strength to pull.
Like a knot in your gut sort of feeling as you've been suddenly dropped from a fall, and the adrenaline burst that comes from that.
When I imagine, like, I also feel my muscles burn. Like I had just, I had gone through a really hard workout the day before, and I just feel that burn of my muscles like growing and healing, and just suddenly I just like knot my back and just like pull them out, and just like hand over hand pulling the chain.
Yeah.
And like now my hands are in the muddy bits, but I got the strength. I'm just pulling them in, and I get them in, and I grab them. Are you guys okay? Did you get my boots?
Can I make a roll for that?
Sure. I guess this would be an act under pressure to grab the boots.
Damn.
No.
But he did get experience.
Your old age is catching up with you there.
Creative way to help with the experience.
That wasn't the goal, but it works.
You
I
reach
actually
through
wanted
the
my
mud
boots.
and like you grab something and you think it's the boots, and then when you come out, you realize that it's a very large insect. And it doesn't bite you or anything, but you are quick to like throw it back into the mud, and it's like, nope, those were not the boots.
Damn. I guess it's good you guys are okay.
Sorry, Cornelius.
It's all right. I have like 6 pairs at home. Don't worry about it.
That's a lot of boots.
One for every day of the week. I just lost one, so now I'm down one. I'm gonna have to buy a new pair.
Speaking of, I need to dump all the mud out of my boots.
Yeah,
Shoes.
you guys are all covered in mud now. So you're gonna have to take a second to like brush that off if you want to, but
I'm gonna say, I just hope there's some kind of reward at the end of this. This dry cleaning bill is not gonna be cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not happy. I'm not happy either. These clothes are really expensive.
don't you just magically create your clothes?
Sure.
Wait, are his clothes just glamour?
His regular
Yeah,
clothes are. I don't know about these ones.
I think we're just gonna go with like there's 2 sets of clothes. I just shift between 2 forms itself.
You guys do make it through the mud pit though, and as you get further, and after you get yourselves resettled, you can start making your way further down the path as Uble guides you. he again does his best to avoid obstacles, and there's points where you have to jump across like a bit like river, and you see him go just like, now don't worry, just
don't tell us. Just don't. There's something we really need to know.
no, just gravity's weird here, so just jump. And you see him jump like across this like 15-foot wide chasm as he kind of like is suddenly a lot lighter and is able to jump across.
We don't need to think like happy thoughts or anything, right?
No.
Did you use any magic to jump like that?
No.
And Courtney's just jumping.
Gravity works differently in different places. It gets weird. It's fun. It's really fun.
Okay.
You
Wynn's
only
gonna
live
follow
once,
suit
y'all.
and jump.
As you guys jump, as you approach this gap, you do feel yourself suddenly get lighter, and you can make a jump a much further distance than you normally would than your long jump had ever been. I feel like everyone should be able to make it without a roll, because this would actually just be a regular size jump, and you not under pressure from anything. You're just running and jumping. It's just a very weird feeling of suddenly being almost, not quite, but almost weightless. And then as you get to the other side of the river, you suddenly feel all your weight coming back and have to catch yourself, as it's a very sudden shift to being back to your regular weight. And at this point, you see that you're almost at twilight. Coming to the realization that time here, it might not come to all of you at the same time, but you realize that time is directional here. So.
Oh, that's trippy. Okay.
So, depending on which way you move will depend on how much time passes and what the time is.
Interesting.
Oh, can I pull up my phone and check the time?
You pull out your phone and it here.
I'll open the screen.
Yeah, on the
It's an
screen.
old flip phone.
It's like you know what? What?
My taxi driver is supposed to pick me up in an hour.
Oh boy.
I don't have that.
Well,
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, well, Clifford, we'll get you a ride home if we're longer than an hour, which I'm just going to guess is going to be the case.
Yeah, you were really bold to think you were only going to be gone that long.
I wasn't expecting entering another realm.
Yeah, to be
Well-
fair, y'all, this is
Oh.
his first time experiencing any of this.
True. Welcome to the club.
You become desensitized pretty quickly.
Hmm.
Kind of nice.
I feel it
Um,
happening already.
So the time on your phone is like jittering between different times, saying like 9:36, 6:43, and it's doesn't seem to. It seems to be really glitching out heavily, not knowing what time it is or how much time is passing. And it's just looking at it for a while just kind of gets hard to look at eventually as you're moving, because it's just like jittering between different times with no real rhyme or reason.
Jeez, that makes me feel uneasy.
But you guys see that you're almost at twilight, and you see the edge of the tree line that you're coming close to, and Uble says, "Okay, now this is as far as I go, with you. But if you just keep going straight that way, you can, if you just keep walking straight that way, you'll eventually come to where they've been doing stuff. I don't, like, what do I say? It's stockpiling, might be the best term. I don't know what their plan is, but they're not normally this active. Normally they're kind of like sneaky and subtle about people from the mortal realm, but they're not being super subtle right now as evidence of you being here. So I wasn't here, you didn't see me, we don't know each other. And he kind of like zooms off into the bush. Did you guys say anything as he zooms off?
Bye. Thanks for
I
the
have a feeling I'm gonna see him
escort.
again. If he wants his shinies, he'll be back, I guess.
But you guys see that you're on the edge of a tree line. You're coming close to the tree line. You can see light through. Do you guys continue forward?
Is there any other direction to go? I guess.
I mean, you could technically go in any
Sneak?
direction, but try to sneak forward.
That's true.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to sneak forward
Okay.
and recommend we all kind of do it.
Okay.
I'll nod along with that.
Okay. Let me
Crouch down a little bit.
switch over to. Let me bring up switch roll. We'll switch the.
Real quick, sorry. Can
Yeah?
I trust my gut since we're here?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Just, just in case maybe there's a better option that my gut will tell me to do.
Mixed success. So what is
Just general direction, and I get +1 forward on my next roll.
Yeah, so you get the sense just a full beeline straight ahead. Almost like a guiding hand taking you straight forward.
Okay, so when I do that, I like reach out and point and look at everybody else, but Wynn's looking at me, and she sees like my guide basically grabbing my hand and raising it up to point that direction.
Yeah.
And like guiding me along.
Pulling just a spectral woman, just pulling him forward.
Perfect.
And pointing in the direction.
All right, that's all.
Let me.
Making sure I use all my characters' like special abilities.
I'm going to bring up something here.
May or may not be over caffeinated by the end of this.
And how much coffee are you having?
Well, I don't drink coffee, but
Or energy drink?
today it was just Coca-Cola, but it's only 2. It was only like 4 liters, so it's fine.
I think this
then
is
it's
the right
fine.
Clifford token that I'm dragging in, but we'll see. Corey, Clifford, Max. Give me 1 second as I.
Just as a quick time check, it is 3:30 right now.
Yes.
Probably max half hour left in me before
Mm-hmm.
storing that energy out there.
Yep. We're probably going to be calling it very soon. I'm just switching us to the map reveal.
Ooh,
We need a little cliffhanger.
I know, right? Where's the suspense sound?
Uh,
What if we're on a cliff and then it's literally a cliffhanger?
It's only 352 milligrams of caffeine.
Oh my god, that's so much caffeine.
the FDA recommended amount is like 397. No, it's 400.
What?
Oh, you still have a bit more to go then.
It's like 400 milligrams per day. Max.
Max, not recommended. That's different.
Yeah, not recommended. The maximum amount for a full-grown adult is
Oh, I'm almost there. All right. Let's see
okay.
this beautiful map.
Actually, no. Just give me 1 second. Distance. Let's just go with a general 30. Just so we can see things as we go. Just give me 1 second. I forgot to set this up beforehand.
Were you not expecting us to get this far?
I just forgot to do it ahead of time.
You're good.
I thought I had everything set up, and then I realized, oh, whoops, I forgot to set up the night vision. Because although it's not quite nighttime, I still like to use the Fog of War settings in Roll20. Just so it's a slow reveal of things. But I think that's everything set up, and you guys should have control over everything. So let me switch you over to the map, and hopefully this works. Right. Okay. No.
Ooh.
It'll be mostly black, but
Oh, we're down there. Okay.
There we go. And you guys, yeah, bottom left corner is on the map is where you guys are. But the tree line is for the further north east of where you guys are. Who's going first? What's the marching order?
I'm pretty sharp. I can go first.
I'll be second, I guess, or third. I know Max is our in close guy.
I think I'd be near the back because I like to be reactive with my spells.
Oh, there we go.
And I think it might just be best just to call it here because I do have to go now.
Okay, let me just drag you forward to the tree line. As you guys can adjust the order if you want, but this will be generally.
It is a cliff.
Yeah. As you guys come to the cliff's edge ahead of you, and see as you break the tree line of these this vibrant forest, you come to a cliff's edge that drops down into a deep chasm with glowing rocks at the bottom and a dense fog that creeps along through it. And although I can't see on the map right now, you see a stone archway on the other side of the cliff with a central central stone circle. The word's not coming to me, but
Dais?
Yeah, dais. Implanted on the ground. And some different creatures running around, and multiple sarcophagus behind that.
Well, this isn't gonna go poorly at all, y'all.
So,
This is great. This is grand.
but we shall pick up from there next time on this cliffhanger.
My name's Clifford.
Ha ha ha.
My name's
wait.
Clifford, he says.
Oh my god!
Oh, the pun wasn't about me, was it?
I
missed
can't
that.
even right now.
I missed that.
Done.
What did he say? What did he say?
He said, "My name's Clifford." when
Oh,
he said we're ending on a
God.
cliffhanger.
So I'm gonna raid someone
Oh my goodness.
who's
Glorious.
online.
Well done, KFX. Well done.
Yes. This was fun though. Thank you for having us as always.
Do you guys have anyone that you'd like to raid at this time?
All right.
I'm good.
Bye, everyone. I gotta
Bye.
dude.
Have a good one.
Good game.
Later.
Thank you all for joining us. We'll be back next Thursday for our Baldur's Gate 3 stream, and then the next Sunday after that. Ooh, that's gonna screw up the Discord.